So we got some music going on. We are at the Lichess as always. And yes, today I think I'm just gonna play one or two rapid games and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna try to do my best there, and I'm gonna check the mistakes I make after the game, and I will simply do my best to win a game, to play the very good moves I can do, just do my best, and let's see how it goes. So enough of the talking, and I'm just gonna start playing there. Okay, Switzerland. What about just pushing pawn there? Maybe he tries that. His bishop seems pretty strong, so maybe trading should not be the worst thing either. sorry. I got some allergies, which probably you can already tell. Second. This knight is very nice planted there. The only way he can actually do something about that is to like... Okay, I mean that just wins a knight with this simple tactic, no? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, we gotta play much quicker than we're playing right now. Oh, that's actually a really safe spot for his king. That's actually pretty good for me. I mean, I can take that way if I want to. But if he takes... Oh no, I think I just prefer to play something like this. Maybe this and something like that. Okay. I can just take that. So much pressure on that pawn. Take, I cannot, no, I cannot do that. I can just take. And after he takes, just put my knight back there. It is a very nice square for my knight. His bishop is completely dead. Now it can get a little bit active, but I don't know. What is he even thinking about? I mean, this is a very forced move. Yeah, there. I mean, what other options he has than just taking my knight, my rook there? Yeah, that's a little bit weird there. He wants to maybe take my knight, that's just doing nothing, and that's just a very bad move there. So I truly do not understand what is he trying to do there. Okay, and now he makes the move. Yeah, that's a little bit weird there. That's a little bit weird. Okay, then I just play this move real quickly. If this comes, yeah, I mean, this position is of course better for black, simply because we do have an additional 2 pawn. My bishop and is like much better than his bishop there, so yeah, I mean, this position is of course much better for us, but it's not that easy. We gotta deliver, you know, we gotta continue playing decent moves. Okay, so he plays that. Now maybe just throw this move real quickly. Maybe just this move, just in case. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Just to make his bishop a little bit less useful. I mean, it is already very weak, but yeah. Yeah, my knight is just gonna stand there. And what's our idea here? Okay, his bishop goes there, and it's interesting. Wow, I gotta play much quicker. I'm just gonna push my pawns. Yeah, that's probably the only decent plan here. I mean, I got 2 additional center pawns. Why shouldn't I just push them? There he goes there. Maybe let's still push. This also seems a pretty decent plan, maybe. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, that's a queen there. So after he takes, we got that, and I can't even do that. I don't care. Oh, actually, okay, whatever. It's still better, and this pawn is still dead. So, okay, no, yeah. As I said, alright. And he resigns. Okay, now that's a really good game there, I think. Yeah. Hey, now I actually did not read the chat until this very moment, but now I am definitely reading everything. Hello Samurai Edil and Hero Rook the chess. Why did not you take you pawn on d5? It's hard to make middle game plans. You don't reply. Queen for free. Yeah, I reply, but when I try to actually play the rated rapid games and check actually how well I progressed and how capable I am, and no, I'm just trying to see if I'm actually playing better. So if I really want to see that, I gotta play games where I'm fully concentrated, and if I read the chat when I'm playing rapid games, when it's rated, it's just gonna make me much less focused, and I will be making lots of mistakes. So because of that, I did not read any of the messages until this very moment, but now I am just here. So now my opponent played okay. I mean, I would not say that he played bad game, but I felt like he just made a minor mistakes which led him to actually lose a game. So yeah, he's not a weak player at all. He has been actually about a week ago 1900, so he's definitely not a very weak player or something, but we definitely outplayed him in this game. So yeah. Oh, whoa, 0 blunders there. That's great. I mean, if you know me, you know my theory. If I make 0 blunders, that means it's a very good game from me. So we got 4 mistakes, which we are definitely going to be checking. We got 3 inaccuracies, and yeah, very nice game. I think generally very interesting. So let's begin. Now, this is the move which I just like to reply with idea of just playing something like this. I just feel very comfortable playing this move here. I can play that, and yeah, I mean that's not really doing that much, but I just do not really want his bishop to be very active on this. I just do not really want his bishop to be aiming on my pawn, and yes, I mean I just do like playing this pawn move. And now I just improve my knights, just a very normal idea from me. And here I just put my bishop here just in case if I want to castle, and also if he decides to put some pressure on my knight, so I won't be under a pin. My queen will not be under a pin if he decides to do that. So I think that's a pretty decent move there. And now I just played this. And what's the idea by playing a6? Now, first of all, I'm thinking maybe I want to push him that side, and also I do not really want to give him, if I play this he can go there, and it's not really that bad for me, but I just felt like in this position this would be a really good move, because if I want to at some point play b5, it will make his bishop really uncomfortable and I will have a pretty strong center. So I felt like playing b5 was a very decent idea. A6, sorry. So I played that, and now he played that, and now that was a little bit weird. I mean, I did not really understand what was the idea by playing that move. I understand that it is actually really nice looking move. Both of his bishops are completely aiming to these very nice diagonals, but considering that I do have pawns here, which are pretty strong and well defended, I do not really see any like huge threats there just by playing that move. So here I just decided to push a pawn, which is actually the best move. Now what's the idea behind pushing this pawn? So first of all, I calculated all of the outputs, what would happen if I could have pushed the pawn. So like if he just goes back, then I can take, and if he takes, let's say I take, he takes, and I win a pawn, so that's of course good. And if he just decides to push his pawn, then I can even take his bishop, and if he takes my knight, I will just I can retake this way or even this way, and it is still better for me because as we can see, this position is a little bit better for black, simply because even if I take queens, I mean of course I can just make him lose right to castle, and also I don't know, it just felt like it's a really good position. Oh yeah, I understand, I have two bishops here, so that's probably why it gives black a little bit better. And yes, he has also a doubled pawn, so yes, it is a very nice position for black. His king cannot castle anymore, which probably is not really that much needed in this position, but considering that I do have pretty nice bishops there, I mean this guy is a little bit less active for now, but at some point it is definitely going to be much more active. And also after castling, my rook will definitely come here and control this very nice file, so it's gonna be pretty challenging for white to play that position well. So here, I mean, he just played the best move, he just took, and now I took with my knight. So I took with my knight simply because I encouraged him to actually take my knight. I mean, when you look at this knight, it is taking your bishop. It is just very strong in this center of the board, so it is feeling very nice. Yeah, I mean, yes, at some point, of course, you will be able to like move your bishop, maybe another bishop, and push your pawn and just make my knight go away, but it's gonna take some effort, you know. So because of that, I felt like that was a pretty good move. Now it says that this is actually the better one, but the difference is just so minimal that we can say that they both are very good moves. Now I understand the idea of that move, it is just making his bishop much less active, but I just wanted a little bit more active and generally an interesting game, so that's why I played this move, which probably will lead to a more interesting and tactical game. So he just went back, and now I just pushed the pawn there. Now I do not really know why I did that. The reason for that is simply it just felt right. I mean, why I should not do that? I have this a6 played, and yeah, as you can see, that's the best move here. I mean, let's go ahead and play b5. Let's make his bishop even less comfortable, and at some point I can even close up this position. If he decides to play something like that, I can just play pawn c4 and his bishop will be completely closed, so my knight will be very happy in this position while his bishop is gonna be very unhappy. So because of that, this move just felt very natural, very strong, and generally very nice. Here I think I just castled because this is the moment where everything is building up, you know. You are already thinking, what can I do? How can I attack my opponent? So yes, technically I do have a little bit better position. I do have a pretty nice and comfortable position, but so what? You gotta also deliver attack, you know? You also have to materialize all of your positional advantages. So because of that, I know that now it's the time where I attack. So before I attack, I always like to make sure that my king is safe and I do not get counter-attacked so hard that my attack is gonna be like simply not very smart. So I just castled here. He castles also, and now I did play this move, and it's a pretty decent move actually. There is nothing wrong with this one, and the idea behind that move is like his bishop feels really strong there, you know, and if he takes, I'm taking with my queen and I'm controlling this very nice square, and I'm also giving a rook space to come on and put some pressure on this file. So it felt very strong and nice move there. Now, but he did not actually take, he just moved his knight and I took. And now if he takes with his knight, that means his knight is gonna be a little bit less active, and if he takes with his king, that means I can actually come up with a check and I'm gaining a tempo. There is no way you analyze this in depth. I mean, you know what? Most of the, I analyze some moves and some of the moves are just very intuitive. For example, this I saw that. I mean, this move I saw that. Yeah, this actually I know what would happen if he takes. I'm taking back with a tempo, and if he does not, and which he did not, I'm taking this guy there, and if he takes with his knight, that means his knight is gonna be less active, but I thought in this position he would take with his king and then I would just play this. So yes, I mean, I do not really analyze all of the possibilities during the game, and I simply cannot, I'm not capable of that, but some moves just feel right, because I did not do anything bad in this game. I played a completely decent game, so I know that I should not be punished. I should be actually pretty good in this position, and that's how it worked. So now he takes with his knight, and I played this move, which is actually pretty good. I mean, I'm actually pretty shocked that I played this very nice move, but yes, no, I'm not really shocked, because I had this idea all of the game. I mean, I knew that I always wanted to put some pressure on that pawn. That's actually why I make why I actually retreated his bishop to that square, because if his bishop would be here, then if I would play like this, he would actually be able to defend this way, so that would not be very nice. But now that his bishop is there, oh, he can still do that. Let's check that. I mean, no, that's bad, because now we can just go ahead and attack this pawn even more, so, and if he pushes a pawn, then we just take, he takes, we take, and we win a pawn. So anyways, it is just working for us. So here he just played this move, and I thought like I could have taken with my queen, but it would be a mistake because I'm just losing a pawn there. That's why I took with my knight, because he cannot take this guy anymore, and I am also attacking this guy. So that's of course looking very nice there, you know, I'm attacking your pawn, I'm defending my pawn, and yes, you might think that there can be some pinning possibilities, but yes, that's actually what he did. No, he did not do that. Even if he could play that, I'm just pushing a pawn there, and so what? You want to give me your bishop? Okay, that's completely fine with me. I can even take this way, and yeah, it's a really decent position for me. You're amazing. No, I'm not amazing. I just do like speaking and just giving all of the ideas behind the moves I played. I mean, I just have when I play the games, I have, let's say, a general idea. You know, I do not really know specifically what's gonna happen and so on, but I have some ideas there, and that's after the game I'm actually trying to check if my ideas were correct and so on. So here he just played, what did he play? He played that. And now it is really weird why it is actually jumping from minus 0.3 to minus 3. And the reason for that is pretty straightforward. The move I played was c4, and now why did I play c4? Now, this is just a very positional idea here. By playing this move, not only I am creating a great outpost for my knight, but also I'm completely blocking his bishop. This bishop is just another pawn there, as my coach would say. This bishop is just doing nothing there, you know. It is just dead, it is completely dead, and how can you actually make it alive? Probably trying to like play some pawn moves and get a little bit open position, but it's gonna take some effort, and for now I'm feeling completely fine. Now he plays the most natural move there, just playing rook there, and if I cannot move my knight anywhere anymore because my queen is pinned. So I played queen c7, and the idea behind playing queen c7 is that I just felt it was... okay, yeah, I know why I played that. Because I wanted at some point to play bishop b7, maybe move my knight and play queen c6 and attack this pawn. So because of that I felt this was a really good. Who's your coach? He's an international master. So here actually the computer thinks that taking my knight with his rook is the best move. So that means that actually my knight in this position is just crazy strong, and it's a computer knows that this knight is gonna create some problems there, and it says just get rid of it, just take that knight. So here he just played that move, and of course I went for this one. I mean, what else can I really do in this position? Now he just played this move. I mean, what's the idea there? I don't know. I truly do not understand what's the idea behind playing that move. I mean, I understand, because if I play something like this or this, there is a discovered attack on his knight, so he just did not really want that to happen. So that's why he played knight g3. And here I just played this move. And now I'm playing this move, and this is actually second best move. And it's a pretty good one, I think. Now why I'm playing this move? Now first of all, I would actually like to trade this knight to this knight, because as you can see, I mean, what is this knight doing here? Nothing, yes? It is just not doing anything. I mean, what's the potential of this knight? It is actually doing bad things for my bishop. It is completely blocking my great great bishop in this position, so of course I want to get rid of it. Now I play that, he takes, and I'm taking with my queen. And now it's a pretty scary position. I'm a little bit nervous here because I know that this position is much better for me, but I cannot really see what can I really do here other than just putting some pressure, some little pressure on my opponent, and I don't know, maybe winning at them. Don't be rude. Yeah, alright, so that's why I actually took this knight. Now he played what? He just pushed the pawn out. That's just a mistake. I mean, I felt like that was just a free pawn there, but now I made my first mistake here because now I got a really narrows here because I felt like he actually blundered his knight, so I checked him. Now it's not terrible, but I just could not really see that he could have just played that, and now actually his king is much safer than it was, which is weird. Which is definitely weird, but his king is really safe there because this pawn can be just defended with so many pieces, so, and this knight is also well defended, and I cannot really do that much. So here I made another mistake there, but now keep in mind that the time pressure is really building up. I have only 4 minutes left, so I could have just taken that guy, but I did not. And yeah, I remember in the chat he would beat Carlsen. Yeah, of course. Okay, so here I could have just taken a pawn there, which I did not. I just played this move. So, I mean, when I play the chess, sometimes I just see lots of ideas very easily. Sometimes I just like see lots of things, you know, I see what I can do in this position and see and here and so on. But here I just felt a little bit nervous, and I thought maybe my queen is getting trapped here. Maybe there is some sort of danger here. So I did not really want his pawn there because it is actually upsetting my knight there, you know. My knight is so well placed on that square that I did not really want to just make my knight a little bit weak just because to take a pawn, because keep in mind that we already have one additional pawn, so it's not really that important here to take a pawn, I think. But yes, I mean, that was the best move if you're Stockfish, but for a human who has only like 3 minutes, I just did not really risk it. Now, he just pushed the pawn now. Like, I have a general rule, if I can take on en passant, I just take, but here it would be horrible. Here it would be completely horrible, so my first reaction was like, take, but then, no, that's bad. And, no, that's a bad move. And I actually felt really happy that he played that, because, I mean, let's say he just plays like something like that, that's probably much better, because that's creating some ideas there. Maybe after I play, let's say something, I don't know, he can even take, and if I take, like, you see, he can even do that, and then boom, take. So that would be much better than just playing this move, which is just completely killing his already bishop. Like, he's killing his bishop another time, so there was like a light of the hope for his bishop, but it is now gone after he played that move. Now, of course, I played this one, you know, if he decides to make some kind of mistake and move his queen, just checkmate him in the one move. Of course, that's very natural move there. And here, I did not really know what could I have done, and I just played rook d8, which is actually pretty strong move there. Yeah, best move, I mean, yeah, why not, you know? This rook is definitely not doing anything there, just make my rook much better here. If he decides to make mistake, yes, you know, sometimes people do like to make mistakes, and that's when we punish them, or when we get punished. So now he played that move, and that's a blunder, because I can just take a guy there, you know. It is just letting me take a pawn, and also even put more pressure on that guy. So it is actually saying that it is -7, so the difference is huge. Oh, here I could have taken, and I did not. I completely did not. So let's see what happens there. If he takes, let's say I take. Oh, come on. How could I calculate this? This is like a, you have to calculate like a 10 moves there. This is just crazy there. So now how this works, I just calculated this to this line, you know, maybe like he takes, and I cannot take that anymore, maybe, and no, like you know, I calculated to something like that, you know, and he takes, and that's it. But I could not calculate to this moment where I have this very strong check. I mean, especially when my time is only 2 minutes there. So I just took his rook there. And now this is still probably possible. No, now that's possible because he cannot retake with his guy there, but I just put my knight back there, just be there, you know. It's a great square for my knight. I cannot go wrong with playing d3, knight d3. It's just a very safe square, and I know I already have a lots of advantage. I have 2 pawns, and my opponent is just trying to survive here, you know. He's just trying to survive. He has like a 0 counter attack, so now he tries to do that, and I just move my rook. Now if he takes, I'm taking with my rook, and yeah, it's very good because my rook is getting much more active. We can put some pressure on this guy or this guy. It's just great. Oh, wait a second, like what would happen, wait, if he takes with his bishop and I take with my pawn? Now that's also possible, but I did not really want to make my pawn structure a little bit ugly there, so I would probably take with my rook if he takes with his bishop. He played that, and yeah, now that's the time where actually I have to use advantage of my pawns, which is not that easy, because it's scary. I know that I played so well until this very moment, but now I'm a little bit scared that I do not really want to make mistakes, so I'm just very cautious. So that's why I played this move, just to attack his queen once more, and if he makes, I'm just giving him possibility to make mistake here, you know. And he just played this move, and I just went back, so that's it. And here, this is the time where I have to play pawn move. Now, I did not play that one, which is the best there, but I felt like this is also pretty strong. Now, simply because, first of all, like when your opponent has a bishop of white squared bishop, you want your pawns to be on white squares to completely, I mean, this is already dead, but to kill it even like 3 times in a game, you know, to give him like a 0 chance to be alive in this game once more. And also it is blocking his knight. Now he played that, and I do not really know what's the idea there. I just played queen d6, which is the best move, but I have no idea why. Oh yeah, I have idea why. That's actually pretty decent one. So now in this position where I do have already 2 additional pawns, actually I would like to trade. I would like to trade everything, and I know I'm terrible at endgames, but I definitely like put so much effort in this game that I'm not gonna mess up in these endgames. I know that one. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, maybe move my knight and trade guys there. And I mean, if I trade, like let's say I move my knight, and like he takes, I take, and now his bishop is getting active, that's right, but on the other hand my rook is gonna be controlling this line there, and it's also gonna be decent compromise there, I think. Now I push that pawn, because I knew that at this moment I really did not have anything better than just pushing a pawns. So it is just I'm even putting more and more pressure on him. I missed g2. Where g2? Oh yeah, very easy to calculate. h4 pawn would have been killer. Pawn to h4. Oh, that one. Yeah, maybe that could have been a really strong one, but on the other hand, it is weakening this pawn, and he can even get perpetual check or even something more than that. So in this position, I do not want to do something dramatic. I just want to play decent moves and not mess up. Now he played that, and what's his idea there? I could not really see what he wants to do there. I mean, if I move my queen, maybe take my rook, or what? Maybe put his guy there, but so what? So what? He has not like black squared bishop there to actually create that many problems for me. So here I just played this move, I attacked his bishop, and now he plays that, and we trade bishops. Now, of course, trading bishops are not that satisfying for me because his bishop was very bad and my guy was much better, but considering that now his king is a little bit more exposed, it's simply not that bad. And now I have only 1 minute, so now I'm just trying to not blunder. I'm not trying to find the perfect moves, I'm just trying to not blunder. And I played this one. If you want to trade, let's trade. I'm like that, and this is where he blundered his queen. So, and now he played that, and I played what? I did no. Now he played that, and I took his rook, and then I played that. Yeah, and then I went here. So I know that's something terrible to do, but I just wanted to simplify everything here. Now, yeah. I could have just, after that I could have just like, wait a second, after he takes my queen, I could have just played this move. It would be just great, but I was like, you know, I don't care, I'm just playing this one. You take, I just go here. This pawn is undefended, and what his knight can really do, it is just pinned, and I'm just gonna take your pawns there, and yeah. And he blundered his knight. And also, I'm gonna be completely honest, I checked his blitz rating, and his blitz rating was really weak. I mean, his blitz rating is about 1400, and his bullet rating is he's not even playing bullets. So I know that he's not gonna be great at time pressure, and he's not gonna be finding the best moves and quick moves there. So I felt completely confident there. I mean, my bullet rating is 2000, so I know that I can play under 1 minute at least some okay moves, or kinda okay moves there. So I just felt really confident in this position. And after that, it is just yeah, I'm just grabbing pieces, and his only hope there is just a stalemate. But how can I really stalemate here? I mean, I'm just gonna do some stupid things like, I don't know, maybe even go here. If he goes there, I can even try that. I don't care, and push it. And yeah, I'm just gonna fleck him. I'm not even going to checkmate him. I'm just gonna fleck him with lots of checkmates there if I wanted. Yeah, I mean, this is just not gonna be good for him. I can, I don't know, do anything there what I want to. So he is always okay. Now let me answer the questions. But then again, are you Louis Vuitton? Yeah, of course I am Louis Vuitton. Louis, did you suddenly become drunk? Not suddenly, I was always drunk. Yeah, oh, that's actually right in there. He's always drunk. That is fair. Yeah, why would you ask that? Okay, now great game there. I played really okay there. Now let me check the opening real quickly once more. Let's play that, and now let's see what. No, let's not do that. Let's say, I play that. Let's say he plays that. I go here. He goes there. No, yeah, that was okay. So very nice game there, very nice game. This is definitely going on my YouTube channel. Now, before